Good afternoon, everyone. Did you have a good lunch? We certainly hope so, because we want you relaxed and refreshed for the afternoon session of Day 2 of the first Manila Bulletin Sustainability Forum Beyond Green. I'm Isa Liton, your host. Let me set the stage on what we will be discussing this afternoon, please. When the United Nations adopted the 17 Sustainability Development Goals in 2015, it set the year 2030, the year that we should achieve targets for carbon emission neutrality and improving economic opportunity and quality of life. Nations, companies, and persons of influence actually have championed sustainability as the most effective blueprint for improving the state of people and the planet. So yes, with the Manila Bulletin Sustainability Forum, together with the top companies and expert speakers who have agreed to talk about their efforts in going beyond green, how they are making efforts and initiatives that will contribute to building a sustainable future, we are all made aware how what we do impacts the world. So for this afternoon, we will get to see and hear about the various efforts and initiatives that are making an impact that should also inspire us to please do our parts. Presenting our speakers this afternoon and facilitating the Q&A after each speaker's presentation, we have Anne Gauthier. Good afternoon, Anne. Take it away.
Thank you, Isa. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anne Gauthier, and it's a pleasure being with all of you today. Our first talk this afternoon is something that each of us should look forward to, because this is the only way that this planet could survive for the next generation. Coca-Cola Philippines will be presenting World Without Waste, and it will be shared with us by the Director for Public Affairs, Communications and Sustainability, Coca-Cola Franchisee East Region, Coca-Cola ASEAN and South Pacific, Attorney Cashmer Dirampaten.
The Coca-Cola Company has been refreshing Filipinos for more than 110 years. We have been guided by our purpose of refreshing the world and making a difference through love brands done sustainably for a better shared future. A big part of making a difference is our work on sustainability, focusing our resources on 3 critical areas: water leadership, where we work towards returning water we use in our finished beverages to nature and communities; women economic empowerment, where we were able to empower more than 250,000 women sari-sari store and carinderia owners through training and additional sources of income; and sustainable packaging and promotion of a circular economy through our vision of a world without waste. It is our privilege to serve Filipino consumers with their favorite brands of beverages, support communities, and help protect the environment while building a thriving and sustainable business in the Philippines for the next 100 years. We know that as a total beverage company with such a long history, our decisions, steps, and actions have an impact on the world. That is why we take our purpose of making a difference for a better shared future seriously. We acknowledge that we have a growing global plastic waste problem. Right now, our packaging is among the litter that can be found in the world's oceans and rivers, and that to us is unacceptable. That is why we set out an ambitious global vision of a world without waste to help eliminate wastes through the continual use of these as valuable resources, all in the pursuit of a circular economy. We believe that this is our most valuable contribution to tackling the packaging waste problem here in the Philippines and all over the world. World Without Waste is a global commitment of our company to make 100% of our packaging recyclable globally by 2025 and use at least 50% recycled material in our packaging by 2030. Help collect and recycle a bottle or can for each one we sell by 2030, and bring people together to support a healthy, debris-free environment. Together, They form our three pillars for action: design, collect, and partner. We will replicate these actions at the country level through our business decisions and partnerships with communities. Since the local launch of our World Without Waste vision in 2019, we have made significant progress towards achieving our vision. Under design, in 2019, we launched the first beverage brand in the Philippines made from 100% recycled plastic, the Viva Eco Bottle and Sprite 500 ml. We also changed our iconic Sprite bottles from green to clear to make them easier to recycle. Both of these steps we took to help increase collection rates of PET plastic in our country. Approximately 50% of our business is packaged in returnable glass bottles. This means we reuse packaging and use less new plastic. We have also been lightweighting our plastic packaging. This makes our packaging anywhere between 17% to 25% lighter per pack type. The introduction of lightweighting resulted in the removal of approximately 10,000 metric tons of new or virgin plastic materials in our packaging. We also made the Recycle Me message prominent on our packaging labels across all our brands to remind consumers and help them make recycling a default choice. In 2021, we made two bold decisions for our juice and dairy products, Minute Maid and NutriBoost, to transition from plastic straws to paper straws and to exit completely from our sachets business by 2022. We knew that we cannot talk about sustainable packaging unless we move away from these two materials in our packaging. As we head into 2023, we are set to expand our brands that will use recycled PET plastic by launching Coca-Cola and Wilkins Pure with 100% recycled plastic packaging, excluding caps and labels. Under Collect, we are thrilled that Pet Value Philippines, the country's first bottle-to-bottle recycling facility that became operational starting October 22, will be able to process locally collected post-consumer PET bottles. The recycled PET resin produced at the facility will be used for Coca-Cola brands in recycled PET plastic packaging. We hope this will help create awareness that our plastic bottles have value and they must be collected for recycling instead of ending up where they should not be. Pet Value Philippines is a joint venture between our bottling partner, Coca-Cola Beverages Philippines, and Indorama Ventures, a global leader in green technology and packaging solutions. Pet Value uses world-class recycling technologies and has a projected capacity of approximately 30,000 metric tons of post-consumer PET plastic bottles, equivalent to around 2 billion pieces of bottles. This multi-billion peso investment will help generate jobs for Filipinos and promote innovation in the packaging industry in the Philippines. But with Pet Value facility in place, we also need to help create a collection network that would be the source of and supply Pet Value with post-consumer PET bottles that it can process to recycle PET. That is where partnerships matter. Under Partner, we also help establish over 800 collection points for used PET bottles nationwide to promote segregation and collection for recycling and create a community-backed circular economy of plastic packaging. We also collaborated with the Philippine Association of Sari-Sari Stores and Carinderia owners to encourage their member stores to become pickup points for used PET bottles through the Tindahan Extra Mile Balik PET Bottle Program. What we did here is to connect PASCO members with waste management companies such as Basic Environmental Systems and Technologies so that the connected PET bottles will be picked up from the stores or within the vicinity and the stores will get paid on the spot. As of October, the program has enrolled over 700 stores in Metro Manila, with plans to expand in key cities nationwide. Our bottling partner also has a PET collection drive called Tapon to Ipon, Basta Claro Panalo, that aims to activate sari-sari stores as collection hubs for used clear PET bottles, also with plans for further expansion underway. Over 200 sari-sari stores nationwide have been activated as of date. Aside from the partnerships to build a collection network, we also recognize the importance of entering into partnerships that promote proper solid waste management and improve the welfare of the informal waste sector. We sought the help of Technical Education and Skills Development Authority to create TESDA certified National Solid Waste Management Training Program for a world without waste. The program is currently being piloted by TESDA in the 10 barangays in the municipality of Angono, Rizal, with the help of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, and the Department of Interior and Local Government. We will support the plan to make this training available to more areas next year. Our partnership with Social Enterprise Plastic Bank, on the other hand, has collected millions of PET plastic bottles for recycling and diverted these away from the oceans and landfills. The partnership also helped improve the lives of more than 500 waste collectors and their families in Cavite. We are also proud of the partnerships of Coca-Cola Foundation Philippines, with over 20 NGOs that drive behavioral change towards proper waste management and at the same time promote women empowerment and caring for the environment. The Coca-Cola Foundation Philippines partnered with like-minded organizations such as Pure Oceans, PBSP Sitio Pintor, USAID CCBPO, Bokashi Pinoy, Peace Pond Plastic Project, and WWF Plastic Cities to support over 200 barangays with programs on the environment and the sources of livelihood. These programs have also empowered over 680 waste pickers nationwide by providing them with training and proper equipment to help them become eco-entrepreneurs. We know that all of these, while significant, are still not enough. We are committed to continuing to deliver on our purpose through our brands, our business being done sustainably, and through our partnerships that make a difference in people's lives, communities, and our planet. Thank you and a pleasant rest of the day to all of you.
Thank you, Attorney Cash Dirampaten. A world without waste is truly something that we envision when we think of going beyond green. Let's start with our Q&A. Now, to help fast-track recycling of plastic, you offer cash or barter incentives. Has this helped the actual understanding, or it's just seen as a favorable transaction by most consumers?
Thank you. Thank you for that question. You know, our partnership with Sari-Sari stores and Carinderia owners on collection for recycling is both a way for us to help address the plastic waste problem in the country and at the same time help provide additional sources of income. So what we've done here is that we realized due to their location and proximity, Sari-Sari stores can actually be collection points for used and clear PET bottles. So what we did is we encouraged them, why don't you, dedicate a space in your store for that? Then we will connect you with a waste management company that can directly pick that up. You don't have to go far. You don't have to deliver it to junk shops and get paid on the spot. So we hope that this awareness that PET bottles have value is what we're aiming for. So in a way, it hastens the understanding of what we want, which is for people to view our PET bottles as having value so that they collect it, segregate it, collect it, and then bring it to their suki, sari-sari stores. And then the sari-sari stores will take these bottles and wait for the waste management company to pick them up and earn from it. So it solves two issues that are currently very important and relevant at this time and age.
Regarding collection network, you were saying that this is now your 4th year doing this. Can you tell us a little bit more about the history and how challenging it was in the beginning to make people appreciate what you were doing? And how has that evolved from 4 years ago?
So the collection network actually only started last year. We started having conversations during the pandemic because when we were talking to our customers and to some consumers, there were really some concerns on the PET bottles not being collected. And then when we were certain that Pet Value facility will really open and be operational, then we started to think there's a more compelling reason now for us to help establish these collection networks. And let us start with the network that is closest to us, which are the sari-sari stores, and also the accounts that we have, and also the local governments that are, for example, our bottlers also have contacts with. So it's not a 4-year collection network building up. It only actually started last year. And we hope that in the next few years, that collection network that we help establish in partnership with others will also be bigger and will also be nationwide.
There was a mention in your progress report about how virgin plastic is less expensive compared to the recycled plastic that Indorama Ventures is generating. So you are getting a hit with the decision to really be committed to recycled plastic. Could you please provide more context on this?
The truth of the matter really is right now, the cost of recycled PET is indeed higher than the virgin plastic. We recognize that, but for us, this is much bigger than cost. This is about the future of our business, of growing our business the right way, as demanded as well by our consumers, our stakeholders, and our customers. So we hope that as we continue to drive collection rates for PET bottles, as we continue to have partnerships for collection drives, as we see the intensified operations of Pet Valley in the Philippines, we hope to get to a point that our efforts contribute to the factors that lead to at least the prices being at par, or maybe even recycled PET becoming cheaper in the long run. So it's a journey that we are embarking on.
So there's Coca-Cola Beverages, Coca-Cola Philippines, and Coca-Cola Foundation. So I just wonder who then dictates, for example, the sustainability initiatives, or is there an umbrella thinking tank for everything?
Thank you. That's a good question. First, let me describe to you that while many view our company as Coca-Cola, we actually operate as a system in multiple channels. So the way our products first reach our consumers is through the Coca-Cola company, who manufactures and sells beverage concentrates, beverage bases, and syrups to bottling operators. And then Coca-Cola also, of course, owns the brands and also is responsible for consumer brand marketing. Our bottling partners, on the other hand, are the ones who manufacture, package, merchandise, and distributes the finished product to customers and vending partners. Then the customers and vending partners are the ones that sells to consumers. So we operate as a system. Now, the World Without Waste vision is a perfect example of how the system is united into addressing the global waste plastic problem and also coming up with an aligned efforts on sustainable packaging. So World Without Waste is both is a system effort. So you have the bottlers doing everything they can on sustainable packaging, particularly on their operations. From our part, we also do the education and also the brand alignment. So it's really a system that works. But let me also say that in the Philippines, we are uniquely positioned to have a local foundation. Okay, so we have the Coca-Cola Foundation Philippines, which is the social development arm and the philanthropic arm of the Coca-Cola system in the Philippines. And later on, when you have my colleague, Ms. Cecil Alcantara, in your Q&A, she will be able to provide a historical perspective as well as to why the Coca-Cola system in the Philippines established a local foundation.
Thank you very much, Attorney Cash, for giving us an insightful view on Coca-Cola Philippines' sustainability efforts in order to give us a world without waste. Again, that was Director for Public Affairs, Communications, and Sustainability, Coca-Cola Franchisee East Region, Coca-Cola ASEAN and South Pacific, Attorney Cashmer Dirampaten.